Only about 3 to 4 months ago, it was stupidly simple to make money drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace. All you had to do was copy products from Amazon or eBay or Walmart or really any website and list them on Facebook Marketplace at a higher price. And they'd sell simply because the demand was so high and there was next to no competition on the platform. It was literally easier than stealing candy from a baby. But lately, everyone's Facebook sales have been down dramatically across the board. This goes for both shops and marketplace. So in today's video, I want to talk about whether or not you can still actually make a full-time income selling on Facebook Marketplace. I have several shops and 2 marketplace accounts currently. And the reality is, yes, sales are down across the board. That is true. One of my shops is still doing very well, and the other ones have kind of tapered down to around $1,000 profit per month. Both of my marketplace accounts are down overall as well. Last month, the one did a little over $5,000 profit, and the other one did almost $3,000. So to answer the question of can you still make a full-time income drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace, the answer is unequivocally yes. I'm still personally doing it. But it is not as stupid simple as it was like 4 months ago and before that. I can remember making profit report videos where I was doing upwards of $20,000 a month across all accounts. And even though I've been an entrepreneur and made decent money for years, I've never gotten results from something that was that easy and been that successful with one simple business model. So yes, if you're still solely listing saturated products from popular websites onto Marketplace, your sales are going to suffer. It's that simple. It's not enough to continue banging your head against the same wall with the same exact products and the same exact strategies that worked in the beginning and think it's going to have some revolutionary effect. So here are the updates that I've noticed and the strategies that I've personally implemented that I attribute to keeping my sales afloat. I hope they help you. The first thing I've noticed is that there's different ways to search on Marketplace now. They've really been spending a lot of time developing the search function on both desktop and on mobile for buyers. It used to be a hodgepodge of different filters that half the time didn't even work when you tried to sort with them. But now, whether you search for something specific or you just browse in a specific category, it's really easy to search through and sort through important information to find products that you're looking for in different ways. For instance, you can set a minimum and maximum price now. You can set whether you want to pick up locally or you're open to getting the product shipped to you. You can choose the date listed. You can choose whether it's available or if it's already been sold, which is very, very valuable. You can set the condition of the item that you're looking for, and you can even choose the brand. This is all great for prospective buyers, and it's great product research tools to see what the competition is like for products that you're about to list as a seller. You can search for a specific type of product, sort for the condition as new with shipping, and literally see what other competitors are offering and what their price is. And this will tell you right off the bat whether the product that you're about to list is saturated or not, and whether your price is probably too high or if it's fine. Don't get me wrong, the price is not the be-all end-all on Marketplace, but it's certainly relevant information. If there's 100 other sellers listing the same exact product as you for $40 cheaper, well, the chance that you're going to sell yours at a higher price point is next to zero. Plus, you can obviously use the filters to search through and snipe even easier than ever. Remember, you want to list what's already working on Marketplace, and you can sort through sold listings solely and list products very similar to those, and you already know that they're proven and have sold on Marketplace. That will give you a higher likelihood for success for sure. The next tip is one that I've talked about for a while now, and that's that using suppliers like Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and others like it is not enough anymore. I'm not saying don't list from them at all. I'm simply saying that they're more competitive now than ever, and if you want to build a long-term sustainable business, you need to differentiate your suppliers. I've tried dozens of other suppliers. Some are duds and some are hidden gems. Try a bunch and see what works for you. The next thing that has been revolutionary for my business since sales started to drop off is not relying solely on organic traffic alone. Ads can work great, and they do if you know how to use them properly. If a product never gets views or never gets clicks, then chances are Facebook doesn't think that there's much demand currently for that type of product, or at the very least, they haven't identified a good audience for it yet. So those are obviously products that you definitely don't want to spend money running ads to. But the ones that are getting lots of clicks but no sales are definitely ones that you want to run ads to. Go to that listing and then use the boost listing feature and then select to pay per sale. not pay for traffic. By selecting pay per sale, Facebook will blast your listing out to more people like the people that initially had interest in it and only charge you if it sells. Then all it comes down to is making sure that you know your profit and your break-even point on that specific product and bidding as much as you potentially can under that number. Simple? Yes, but super effective. And you can do this on both marketplace and shops. I mean, think about it. When Instagram was brand new, for example, you could get tons of organic reach on your posts, and now it's next to impossible because the feed is saturated with other organic posts, not to mention ads. And the same thing happened with Facebook pages over the past few years as well. My main Facebook page has upwards of 25,000 followers now, and I can remember when I would make a post years ago and it would get like hundreds of likes. Now that same type of post is likely to get dozens of likes, if that. And this seems to be happening slowly to TikTok right now as well. Yes, you can still get crazy organic reach on TikTok, but that reach seems to be dwindling slightly as more and more people are creating content for the platform and as ads are running almost every other post now, it seems. And guess what? Marketplace is no different. It's not 100% pay to play yet, but the paywall is still super cheap, and you can use that to your advantage to profitably buy sales. Another thing that I've picked up on is that buyers are starting to price check listings more. I don't necessarily think that they're starting to realize that you're drop shipping these products, but I think that a lot of them are starting to realize that marketplace sellers tend to sell elsewhere too, whether that's eBay, Amazon, Walmart, etc. So don't make it easy for them to check. Don't use the same exact title and the same exact description word for word from your supplier's website. I see so many people doing this, and granted, I did that in the beginning as well. You want to change it up. You want to move words around, delete brand name. That way they can't literally copy your title and paste it into Google or Amazon and find that same exact product for $20 cheaper. I've also noticed that they're starting to push shops to listing in new ways as well. And they're starting to make you jump through a lot more hoops to verify new shops and even re-verify shops that have been selling well already. And yes, it's a headache, but this is a good sign in my opinion because I think it'll weed out the sellers that aren't serious and help the sellers that are serious make more money because there'll be less competitors in the space. You can still find the old way of manually listing if you want to by going to where you manually list and then finding where it says, take me back to the old way of listing. But they're clearly pushing people to list via either website pixel integration or data feed with a spreadsheet, which obviously a lot of serious companies have, as you'll know if you're a wholesale seller out there and you're constantly asking companies for a product catalog. I've personally moved away from listing with a spreadsheet temporarily because it seems to have a lot of errors when I upload with them, but they're hopefully working on that and it'll be an option that's realistically usable in the future. But the Pixel has been a game changer lately. Instead of listing directly to a shop, I built a Shopify website that houses all my products. I can then add thousands of products to that website super quickly, and I can open multiple shops, not just one, and connect thousands of products to each of them easily. And if a shop goes down, I didn't invest hundreds of VA hours listing to it. I can simply create a new shop and connect that same exact pixel to it, and bam, instantly thousands of products on that new shop. It's been great. And not to mention, you don't need to solely rely on Facebook shop restrictions and your Facebook metrics to maintain a checkout on Facebook so that you can make sales. Because instead of having that blue buy button that is checkout on Facebook, your shop listings will instead be available on Marketplace, but the button will instead take them to checkout on your website. And this gives you a major advantage in my opinion. Not only do you avoid the 5% selling fee that's coming in 2023, so you'll net more money, but you can also add Shopify apps to your store and every single listing will have product reviews or timed sales or bundle options, which means your conversion rate will be drastically higher and you control the site and your customer, not Facebook. Now, I don't have this down to an absolute science now, but I have seen some success with it, and I think that this is the future of shops and kind of where they're moving to. Think about it. What big company is going to list all their products to Facebook directly? Probably none of them. Instead, they're going to connect their website pixel and send customers to their site where they control the traffic and they can build the customer relationship, and you should be doing the same exact thing. Now, perhaps one of the easiest ways to differentiate your listings besides using other suppliers is to simply use video on your listings too, not just pictures. You can either create them yourself or download videos from places like TikTok or even Amazon listings and Amazon reviews. I've been testing this in the background for months, and I can safely say that a higher percentage of the listings with videos on them seem to convert customers more than the ones with just pictures. And finally, a simple way to make more money on Facebook is to just raise your prices. This might sound counterintuitive, but with less sales, you can still compensate by making more money on those sales. Yes, it's true. A higher amount of listings are seeming to not really get any traction and not really get any views. But if you understand the algorithm, you'll understand that when a listing does get traction, it can take off exponentially. And the price usually doesn't matter as much on the listing when this happens. Assuming, of course, that your price isn't ridiculously higher than everyone else's. I've honestly made less sales recently, but I've made up for it by marking my price up more on each listing and netting more profit per each sale.